Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Smith, the CSRB report stated that Storm 0558 had access to some of these cloud-based mailboxes for at least 6 weeks. Can you tell us who discovered that the system had been compromised and how they did so?
Well, I think Ranking Member Thompson identified this early on in the hearing, that in fact, I think we got notification from the State Department that they had seen an anomaly in their email system. So they informed us of this last June. Our initial reaction was that this was something that was a token that was being generated through a stolen key at the State Department or in the government. I remember 7:30 in the morning, I was notified about this on a Saturday morning, and I was on the phone with Satya Nadella, our CEO, probably within 30 to 60 minutes, but we thought it was confined to that. It took somewhere between a few days to a week or more for us to come to the conclusion that it was broader than that.
Okay, and obviously, do you believe that Microsoft should have been able to realize that you were compromised before the State Department?
You always want to be the first in life in everything.
Well, that depends.
So I would, well, yes, that's true. That's a very good qualification. You always want to be the first in everything good in life. And so I have to, on the one hand, say yes, but on the other hand, I have to say, especially given the nature of networks and how they're distributed and different people see different things, mostly I just want to celebrate the fact that people are finding different things and we're sharing them with each other.
So putting the celebration aside, are you confident that moving forward, Microsoft has the ability to quickly detect and react to an intrusion like this?
Well, I will tell you, I feel very confident that we have the strongest threat detection system that you're going to find in quite possibly any organization, private or public, on the planet. Will that always mean that we will be the first to find everything? Well, no, that doesn't work that way, but I feel very good about what we have, and I feel very confident about what we're building.
And now, obviously, Microsoft is seeing a lot of what these cyber criminals and nation-state actors are doing in the ecosphere. How do you go about sharing information that you collect or identify with law enforcement?
We have a variety of different steps we take, some of which are probably not best talked about in a public hearing that, as the chairman said, is probably being watched in Beijing and Moscow. But we collaborate with the FBI, we collaborate with local law enforcement all the time. We collaborate both with the different agencies of the US government and other governments that are allies of the United States.
Okay, now I know that many of our staffs use Microsoft for their email amongst many other applications. Can you give us an idea as to the size of the share of government contracts for networking, cybersecurity, and other matters in this space that Microsoft has?
I don't know the precise number for that precise definition. I know, as I was mentioning, that we account for about 3% of the federal IT budget. I know that the US government has many choices when it comes to cybersecurity services, and I think it takes advantage of them, and we're one of them. I don't frankly know how we compare to some of the others.
Okay, and obviously, like you said, the government has many choices. So with that said, why should they continue to use Microsoft?
Because we are going to work harder than anybody else to earn the trust of our government and other allied governments every day. And we are making the changes that we need to make. We are learning the lessons that need to be learned. We're holding ourselves accountable. We will be transparent. And I hope that people will then look at what we've done and say, this is something that they want to do with us. But I know we have to earn their trust every day.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'm following the rules. With that, I yield back.
The gentleman